We're in the nightclub now. This is like greenhouse lighting. All of a sudden, I want to get some plants and create a disco for them. This is aisle 13, right? I just didn't get distracted by the lights like a moth. There's one thing on our household that has a really big impact on our quality of life, and it's all around us. And that's the air in our homes. Here's some helpful reminders to improve the air quality in your home. I'm embarking on a little bit of a home improvement, home safety project. I'm here at the local hardware store to see if they have the supplies I need. Your central air system is not always enough. Open up some doors and windows. Circulating that outside air in is a great way to get better air quality. Avoid the mornings and evenings. Afternoon air tends to be the best quality. Even in seasons like winter, you want to ventilate your house, so open up doors and windows if things aren't too crazy outside. As Mom says, let the demons out. And if you're susceptible to allergies, it's good to be careful in those spring months. Take advantage of the air quality monitoring right in your weather app. Of course, you should be replacing those air filters in your house, and that's usually monthly. And you may want to consider upgrading the type of filter you're using to eliminate more irritants. The whole wall of air filters. You want the HEPA, the good stuff. Get rid of everything out of the air, mold, bacteria, pollen. If you have a higher sensitivity to air quality, an air purifier is a great addition that you can move room to room. Just be sure you're properly cleaning and maintaining your unit so it works effectively. Can't pass an opportunity to try on hats. I love these outdoorsy hats. All right, not quite my style, that one. If you're doing anything outside, you look better in a nice hat. To the gardening section. One of the best solutions for good clean air is to add some plants. Off to the green grocer. Oh, I'm hitting myself in the face with leaves. Maybe I should get into bonsai. What a selection. So many beautiful flowers. If you don't have a green thumb, you can try out really easy to maintain plants like snake and pothos. Snake plant, perfect plant for a Slytherin like me. If there are kids and pets running around, you may want to choose safer plant options. Good choices can be bamboo palms, spider plants, and prayer plants. And no, you don't need to live in a jungle, just a few plants will do. Frequent dusting, vacuuming, and cleaning also makes a big impact. But try to make the switch to natural cleaners. Chemical cleaners can have a real big impact on our air quality. Now I can breathe easy. Gosh, I'm getting so much inspiration for things I could do. All the paint. This is Project Central. What is this thing? I get so curious at stuff I've never seen before. So what does this do? This gets rid of like mold? Stops dampness. I don't know if I like that word. Water travels a long way to get to your tap. And even when it's crystal clear, it can be hiding some secrets. Here are some tips for household water safety. Water test kits are affordable and easy to use. And I'm a big chemistry fan, so this is a little science experiment you can do at home. Most people only use these when there's a noticeable problem with their water. But for any household, you should be doing a water safety check every year. Water quality can change over time, and a simple test kit is a great way to keep your home happy and safe. Dip into the cold water for 5 seconds. With a gentle back and forth motion, remove the test strips. Now wait for 25 seconds. You can find 2 types of kits, a drinking water one and a complete test, which tests for a few more things. There's an accompanying app. Gotta take your drinking water seriously. Actually, your water in general. You're showering with it, you're cooking with it. Probably one of the most important things in your household, right? Everyone's water is gonna be different, and these just help you identify if everything's in healthy ranges. And if you do identify a problem, you'll be able to tackle that specific need. You can get professional water testing done, but these will give you a good baseline before you call the pros. The results of the test can help guide you in choosing the right filtration methods for your home. I found this kit, and it's an inline filter I can install myself. Whether it's well water or city water, knowing the quality is a good practice for everyone. Whether it's plants, pets, or a family member, water is the way. Oh, you thirsty, aren't you? I have some simple tools at home, hammer, screwdriver, that kind of thing, a small little drill, but I'm lacking a few kind of like home repair, home project essentials, so thought I'd put together a little bit of a toolbox today. And I need the actual toolbox too. I have nothing to keep all these tools in. Starting with electrical. Oh, here's some toolboxes. This is a beefy one though. I think this is a little overkill for what I need. This is like a 3-story condominium of tools. Kind of makes me want to be a handyman because this stuff is so cool. I was at Home Depot and there's that big tool cabinet you would use to like work on cars. Oh, I want one of those in a garage so bad. Massive tool thing, tool chest, tool cabinet. I've tackled some simple DIY electrical projects, whether it's upgrading outlets or changing out a ceiling fan. But when it comes to electrical projects, make sure you're prepared and following the proper safety precautions. Here's some helpful electrical tools to keep in your household. I feel like no matter what type of home you have, you should have some simple electrical knowledge just in case. Everyone should know where their breaker box is and how to use it, but they're not always labeled clearly. I'm looking for a current tester to test the currents of the ocean. Here we are. Digital circuit breaker finder. I want one of those, and then a voltage meter. I have a USB meter? It's a sign of the times. Actually, this should be USB-C. This is like regular USB. A simple circuit and fuse finder can be a handy tool. A transmitter gets plugged into your outlet, and the receiver will help you find the proper circuit at the breaker box. This is what I'm looking for. Just a simple household upgrade, just switching out some of the outlets to include USB. And this one has USB-C. A lot of these just have USB type A, but since USB-C's taken over, this is what I'm looking for. When I'm doing a project like replacing lighting or an outlet, I wanna make sure that the wiring is correct. A receptacle tester helps you identify if wiring in an outlet is done correctly. These are pretty handy. You'll look at the indicators and it'll let you know what type of wiring issue might be going on with the outlet. These can be designed differently, so make sure you follow the instructions for your model. A non-contact voltage tester can help you identify if an electrical source has a live current. These can help ensure that electricity is shut off when you're doing any kind of repair or replacement. Of course, always read the manual, and maybe a few instructional videos can help you in using these tools safely and properly. Maybe you're interested in tackling some projects yourself. These tools can really come in handy. These are also helpful tools in identifying issues that you might need to contact a professional to fix. No matter who you are or where you live, some general knowledge about your electrical system can go a long way. Just working on a little lighting upgrade. Wouldn't be a trip out running errands for me if it didn't include coffee. So here we are. Gotta fuel my day, fuel my projects. I usually get the Annihilator half sweet. Available sugar-free. What?
The Annihilator?
Annihilator Nitro Cold Brew. That'll wake you right up. The universe is against me. I've been trying for weeks to get a car wash, but it's been rainy, windy, and then we've had days of sun. Bright sunshine. And then when I go to get a car wash, the rain comes back. Like the day that I have available to go, rain comes again. And I'm like, there's no winning when it comes to getting this car clean. So it's just been filthy for like 2 months. Let the rain drown out my tears. Here's how much I love it. When I take a sip of this, it changes my day because it is that good. I mean, it is just a small little bit of bliss in my day. I really do enjoy cooking on a gas stovetop, but any home that has gas appliances should follow certain safety precautions. Here's some safety tips for homes that use gas. The solution is simple and effective, a carbon monoxide alarm. Most homes are up to code and already include these, but you wanna make sure they're properly maintained so they do their job. Much like anything, these come in so many varieties, so make sure you choose the right solution for your home. Look at this little smoke alarm. Micro design, eco-friendly, added protection. This would be good for like camping or something, I guess. For a camper. Look at these options. What do you detect? 3 of every 5 home fires death result from fires in homes. Not working smoke alarm. Okay, well, that's ominous. I have a story when we get back to the car, so stay tuned. Not all fire alarms, not all smoke detectors, I should say, are created equal. One of the easiest DIY solutions is a version that plugs directly into an outlet. Or if you're tech savvy, choose a CO alarm that integrates with your home security system and digital apps. It works with Ring. I think sometimes we take these things for granted and just expect them to work, but they take a little maintenance on your part. Regularly replace those backup batteries, and many have functions where you can run a test to make sure they're working properly. So read that manual. It's a good idea to make sure these things are properly installed throughout your house, like outside of bedrooms and even in your garage. And not too close to gas appliances that could trigger false alarms. Woo! This should be your reminder to do regular safety checks around your house. It provides peace of mind and keeps everyone safer. Low battery chirp. Oh, isn't that the most annoying thing? That low battery chirp on your fire detector? I keep calling it a fire detector. It's called a smoke detector, a smoke alarm. Setting off all the alarms. I'm too hot for this house. I'm setting off all the alarms. So what inspired all this home safety, home improvement is I was staying at an Airbnb and we were doing a bunch of baking. So we're in the middle of baking and the smoke alarm goes off. And we're like, well, that's weird. There's no smoke. We're not burning the cookies. Like, everything's fine. We hit the button, it goes off. Next 5 minutes, goes off again. And it's one of those kind that's plugged into the wall. So we're like, there must be something wrong with it, or there's actually an issue. One of my friends is like, do you smell gas? And I'm like, no, I don't smell gas. And then a few minutes later, I'm like, well, maybe. So we said, okay, maybe let's call the fire department, non-emergency, and see what they recommend to do. So non-emergency says, well, if you think you smell some kind of gas, and if the smoke detector keeps going off, you should call 911. We call 911, they're like, we'll send a crew to come check it out. This small truck, fire department truck, shows up. He goes in, checks things out, and says, they'll be here soon. And we're like, I thought you were the fire response person. No, he's just there to make sure we're okay. He told us to stand outside of the house. Well, we hear a fire engine coming down the road. They're in full gear, oxygen tanks, everything, and they go in the house. While this is going on, police show up. So we got 2 police cruisers, a fire truck, the first guy who responded in his regular pickup truck, the gas company shows up, and then the hazmat unit of the fire department shows up too. Now we've got like 20 people on site, and I'm thinking like, this is a crazy amount of response for the smoke detector going off. Well, after about 45 minutes of them checking everything out, turns out that the smoke detector just needed the battery replaced. So we thought that it was a carbon monoxide smoke detector hybrid. The firefighter came out and said, nope, it's just a smoke alarm. So all of this was for a battery. This is a perfect scenario that makes you appreciate you need smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors, especially if you have like gas in your home. It was a good lesson learned that keep your batteries refreshed in your smoke detectors, and make sure you have carbon monoxide detectors as well.